Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another video of Green Square Talks Battlebots. Porinaga and I are here for the 5th and final Battlebots champion bracket prior to the Golden Bolt tournament. And yeah, we got some more great robots in here. How's it going, Pori?
It's good. It's hot. It's good. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. So yeah, by this point, we don't know the actual answer to this, but by this point, we'll know all but one spot in the Golden Bolt tournament, and the last spot will be claimed here. The 8 robots that you see right above Witch Doctor will be hoping to win 3 fights to be able to fight the honor of Witch Doctor, and then the winner of that fight will get that last spot in the Golden Bolt bracket. So yeah, we'll plan on doing a prediction podcast for that once the bracket is released and everything. And I imagine a ton more good fights are coming, both in this and in that bracket. So yeah, coming into this one, Pori and I apparently heard from somebody that there were going to be some top 16 robots. We were originally hearing 2. Sure enough, there was 3. And I'm very happy about that because my boy Black Dragon is in there, and we're gonna go all the way, and we're gonna take out multiple robots in the Golden Bolt tourney. So, yep, Pori knows it, I know it, and yep. See, Pori's nodding over there. He agrees with me there. So,
Okay.
yep. So,
We'll
uh,
get into it.
but in all fairness, though, there are other robots that definitely have the potential to win that fight and win that, and even if they have to take out even if Black Dragon has to let them win in the process. So, okay, let's go to Black Dragon's first fight. Lead that off. We got Black Dragon and Overhaul, and yeah, Black Dragon is a tough draw for Overhaul. Like even being real here, like I think Overhaul definitely will get an opportunity or two very early on in the fight, but when that egg beater starts to get going and they start coming at Overhaul from the right angle, I think those wheels are going to be like free picking for Black Dragon, and I think they're going to win the fight based on that. So, what do you got, Pori?
This is really not a favorable match for Overhaul for sure. Overhaul's definitely had a tough time this season, drawing Black Dragon, Blip, and season 7 champion Ribbot, and it's I don't see how, unless somehow there's like a failure in Black Dragon, which is very unlikely. I don't see how Overhaul can possibly win this fight. Uh, yeah, Black Dragon's gonna win this. I'm sorry, love you Overhaul, but this is a very unfavorable matchup for
Yeah,
you.
we've seen Black Dragon survive not one but 2 fires in the robot because we're so cool, and that's why we'd beat Ribbot again. So, just give us Ribbot again. We'll kick the crap out of them once again. Okay, fight number
Okay.
2, Perfect Phoenix and Sub-Zero. So, this one is one where I think Tyler like I would definitely say this is a very difficult draw for Perfect Phoenix regardless. But not because normally like for the last 2 is because they're up against such a big and high tiered name. This time this is not a good matchup for Perfect Phoenix design wise in my opinion, cuz Perfect Phoenix is one of those robots where one flip and it's probably over for Perfect Phoenix. So Tyler is definitely going to need to be on his A game for this one. He's going to need to be able to drive this fight perfectly. I'm not sure if Sub-Zero will have the horizontal spinner configuration they use for Bloodsport, unless if it got roughed up too badly by Bloodsport in that one, but regardless, though, Sub-Zero just needs one flip, and if they can get that flip, this fight is theirs. And that's why I'm probably going to pick Sub-Zero to win this one, even though I would really love to see Perfect Phoenix pull this fight off. I think it is definitely possible, because Sub-Zero has not been the most reliable robot this season. And shout out to Sub-Zero, even though I hope they wouldn't go winless, we got to see QWERTY eating Subway, so that's always a pro. So
Thank
what
you,
you got?
Sub-Zero.
What you got, Pori,
Uh,
for this one?
this is the only one of the four that I was kind of going back and forth on. Because, like you said, if Perfect Phoenix gets flipped over, it's probably game over. But much like Kraken, Sub-Zero has apparently been drawing all the horizontal spinners this season. And it has not been having good luck with it. It got obliterated by Bloodsport and Hijinks. And Bloodsport is a somewhat similar design to Perfect Phoenix. I mean, it probably would be say it would be a little better, but Sub Zero's issue is going to be one. It's not the most durable robot. I love the team and I love the robot, but it's it's definitely built by like 10 years ago standards. Like it's like 2012 standard building. Like it's very like it falls apart pretty easily, and it showed in like all three of its fights. Uh, and I don't know if it can withstand hits from Perfect Phoenix. But that said, Perfect Phoenix does have its own design flaws. I mean, I say Sub Zero is built by 10-year-old standards. Perfect Phoenix is literally a 15-year-old robot. So, but it has a spinner, so it has a little bit of an advantage. Sub Zero definitely has to flip it if it wants to win this. But even then, as seen in the Bloodsport fight, their reaction time was not the best. Like whenever they'd have Bloodsport on their flipper, it was free real estate. By the time Bloodsport was up, that's when they'd fire the flipper, and I worry that they would do that. I'm probably gonna go Perfect Phoenix on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sub Zero wins the win.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I definitely agree with a lot of that. Like, I think this fight is probably the one that most likely that could go either way. Like, closest to like a 50-50 odds, at least in my mind. So, okay, moving on. We got Ghost Raptor and Captain Shrederator. And this one is probably the next closest to like 50-50 in my mind. Because I think this one's going to come down to, like, how well is Captain Shrederator going to work in this fight? Are we going to see the Captain Shrederator that worked very well for the most part against Tombstone? Or are we going to see the Captain Shrederator that died pretty early to Gigabyte? Or can we see the Shredder that was having issues against Jaeger? And I'm not going to throw Rotator in there into that thing because Rotator, Captain Shredder didn't beat itself in that fight, and it wasn't really seeming to have issues in that one. Rotator put a bunch of holes in that shell, which is really
Peter,
impressive, by the way. So, like, I think that loss was like Rotator dishing out tons of damage with their weapon. But regardless, though, I'm picking Captain Shrederator for this one because if that spinner is working very well, I think they're gonna rip apart Ghost Raptor. Like Ghost Raptor's weapon has not lasted long enough in really any of their fights so far. Like I don't think it's lasted more than 1 to 2 hits because like I know it died pretty early in the glitch fight. It died pretty early in the Cobalt fight, and I hope Chuck gets it working for this fight. But regardless, though, I think Captain Shrederator will take this one. But I like it depends on will the Florida Man strike Captain Shrederator for this one or something like that. But represent that was just represented quote by Brian Nave before the Axe Backwards fight where he called out their bad luck. He and Axe Backwards bad luck as a curse of the Florida Man. So if you're wondering where I was going with that, Pori, what do you got for this one?
I think that Captain Shrederator probably has this in the bag. Ghost Raptor really hasn't shown that it can do much, unfortunately, with that design. And I've been saying that since they came back last season. That Ghost Raptor is too skeletal and too complicated of a robot to really hold up to another spinner. And Captain Shredder definitely showcased that it can do damage, but also it really depends if Captain Shredderator is reliable enough. So, but my money's probably going to be on Captain Shredderator, but I think the only way Ghost Raptor is going to get the dub is if Captain Shredderator like randomly dies, which is not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, last fight of the first round, we got Hijinks and Whiplash. So, two robots that made the postseason, and I suspect Whiplash is probably going to go with their horizontal configuration. And Hijinks on social media hinted not only that they were going to be in Bounty Hunters, but they got a new blade. They're coming for they're bringing to Bounty Hunters, and I'm betting this is probably going to be the fight where they show off that. I'm not sure what the design features are or anything like that, but yeah, I still think Whiplash is going to body Hijinks in this one because Mike Vasquez knows very well how to deal with horizontal spinners, and he's done a brilliant job with it this season and in past seasons as well. And yeah, so I do have some hope for Hijinks if they can get that new blade working, because they did bring in a new spinner for the Saw Blaze fight, and while I think the blade would have had potential, they seem to really struggle just to spin it up. And so what's going to need to happen in order for them to beat Whiplash, not only will they need to be able to get that spinner spun up, but Ryan's going to need to drive it even better than how he did in the Sub-Zero fight, and which I thought that was a really good driving performance. Maybe use the tail on the backside to try to hold off Whiplash for long enough to get that spinner up to speed. But regardless, though, I think Whiplash is going to be a harder opponent than Sub-Zero because Whiplash is, without a doubt, I feel the more durable robot between them and Sub-Zero, and so, but I feel that's going to be hard to happen because it's Mag Vasquez behind the wheel, regardless, and I feel I think it's going to be very hard for it's going to be very difficult for Hijinks to be able to pull this off, but possible though, regardless. So, what you got, Pori?
I pretty much agree with you. I mean, it's not impossible for Hijinks to get the dub, but that's pretty unlikely. Whiplash is probably going to go without the disc and just do their horizontal configuration, much like what they did with like Valkyrie and stuff. But yeah, I picture this going a similar way to the fight, to both of its encounters with Valkyrie, probably, where it's just controlling the whole fight. I'm sure Hijinks will have a good moment or two, but I'm not holding my breath for it. I love Hijinks, but Whiplash is just Whiplash has like a vendetta against horizontal spinners, and it'll go at any cost, like take them all out. So Hijinks unfortunately is on the hit list.
Yeah, I think Hijinks' spinner would last longer than what it did against Valkyrie, but I think the fight's definitely going to go very similar to what we saw there between Whiplash and Valkyrie. So, okay, but would definitely love to see Hijinks prove me wrong though, because Hijinks is a very neat robot. And anyway, let's move on to the next round. Okay, round two, where 3 out of 4 of our picks matched, and yeah, so first one, I have Black Dragon taking on Sub-Zero in this one. And if these two fought, I mean Black Dragon would body Sub-Zero in this one. So obviously, like how we bodied Ribbot. So, yep.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
took him a while to respond to that one, but uh regardless though, I think Sub-Zero would have a very hard time with a robot like Black Dragon. I do think Sub-Zero would win the ground game against a robot like Black Dragon, but if Black Dragon, if they mistime a flip, like what they did with the Bloodsport fight, or if Black Dragon uses some of those amazing driving tactics they've used throughout the season, throughout their time at Battlebots, and gets to the sides or something like that, I don't think Sub-Zero is going to last long. The Egg Beater definitely has some power to it from Black Dragon, and I think Sub-Zero is probably big shot at winning this one. It's probably going to be in the knockout category if they can get out of the arena Black Dragon, but that won't be an easy task, but possible though, regardless. So, what do you got for Black Dragon and Perfect Phoenix then, Pori?
Easy win for Black Dragon for probably. I don't even see that lasting more than a few hits. I think Black Dragon's going to take Perfect Phoenix out with ease. probably flip it over, and that'll be the fight.
So basically, repeated Black Dragon and Warhawk, kind of.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, the next fight, Captain Shrederator and Whiplash. So I think this fight's gonna. I think if these two fought it out, I think pretty much this is just gonna be the same thing as Hijinks and Whiplash. Just it ends in a knockout over a judge's decision here, because Whiplash just needs one flip, and they have the driving ability to do it. And yeah, I think that I feel this fight's probably gonna end in I'd probably say a minute to minute and a half here, but I bet Captain Cherry will get a hit or two on Whiplash and stuff like that. So, uh, yeah, what do you got, Pori, for this one?
Whiplash easy win. Uh, probably flips Captain Shrederator pretty easily. Yeah, Captain Shrederator's not beating Whiplash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd love to see it happen, but I don't think it's going to, unfortunately. Prove me wrong, though, Brian Nave, if you're listening to this. I I'm always up for being proved wrong, as I've mentioned many times in the past. So, uh, all right, yeah, I think that'll do it for that. Let's get to the final, where we both have Black Dragon and Whiplash in there. So a rematch from last season, the Final Four, and basically I feel of Whiplash. I don't know exactly what Whiplash would go with for this one, but if I took a guess, I bet they'd go with a similar configuration that they used for Skorpios, where they try to go for the low ground and then use the lifter to scoop up Black Dragon, flip them over and everything. But I feel this could be a fight where we could see the vert in action, because I do feel if Black Dragon gets one good hit on Whiplash though and starts knocking off those forks or anything like that, that I think they could definitely win this rematch here. But that's not going to be an easy task though, because it is Mag Vasquez behind the wheel, although. So uh, I'm gonna say Black Dragon wins this rematch because it's Black Dragon. We of course, we beat Ribbot, so who
Yeah.
beats Ribbot, Pori? Who beats Ribbot,
Listen,
Pori?
listen,
If we beat
listen.
Ribbot, we could beat anybody, right, Pori?
That's
So,
true. That's fair.
yeah,
That's fair actually.
yeah.
Because
So,
Ribbot's the best robot in the field, and it would whoop Black Dragon.
no, no, Black Dragon would whoop Whiplash's butt.
Yeah. Okay.
uh, but she's even you said that when I accidentally said Whiplash, but Whiplash and Black Dragon, I feel this one's gonna come down to Will Maivans, because like I think in the early going it's definitely gonna be Whiplash bodying Black Dragon early on, but one single mistake from Whiplash and I think Black Dragon would be able to take over and possibly win this fight with that, because I feel odds are reasonable that we're not going to see the vert in this one from what it sounds like, since apparently we heard from Jake Ewert when he appeared in one of our podcasts that Whiplash came with the vert for Hydra only apparently in that one. I'm not sure what they would have. I'm sure they would have used the vert for Blip or something like that, but
I think they did when they fought at
or
the
well, that's not
Remorse.
count. That's not counting. I'm mostly talking about the recent season, but yeah, I know
Yeah,
they did
so
use
the
the
same
vert.
mindset.
They did use the vert with Blip, because I've
Yeah,
seen a little bit of footage of that one. Hopefully, we get to see it soon. So, but I got Black Dragon winning this. I think they can win it on damage, but you never know. So, and also that could be different if Whiplash comes in with the vert, because we don't know exactly what config they're going with, or if they're even going to be taking on Black Dragon in this thing, because I do have a gut feeling that an upset's going to happen at some point in the tournament, and not sure exactly what, but you never know. What you got for this fight, Pori?
I'm thinking it's probably going to be a repeat of when they fought last. I know that's a really shallow answer, but I just think it's going to be Whiplash controlling Black Dragon all around, and that's like it. Um, I would really be into Black Dragon winning the fight for sure, but I just don't really see it, unfortunately.
Man,
I'm sorry. Greg.
Man, maybe that's why I went with, like, I even voted Ribbot over one of my favorites. Man. Eh, but
Like I'm just it
we know Black Dragon would win in a rematch with Ribbot. We know that Malice would win against
no
Ribbot if they fought
no
next season.
no
So,
shot, no shot,
and we know
zero shot,
Jackpot would win a
zero,
round 3 with
no
Deadlift. So,
no shot, no.
okay, so yeah, so I have Black Dragon moving on to fight Witch Doctor. Poria's Whiplash going on there. It'd be a good fight either way if those two do rematch. So. All right, so if this is your first time watching one of our prediction podcasts, the green X basically means the robot that we don't think will make it to Witch Doctor out of those final two. And yeah, so I have Black Dragon and Witch Doctor fighting it out, and Witch Doctor, maybe this is a fight where we see the forks they came out with, because Witch Doctor did say at the end of the Endgame fight that they did come with forks, but they didn't want to use them because they go for the reach game, but they've lost 2 fights based on ground just because of ground game, and almost lost a third one with Minotaur, but uh, regardless, though, if Witch Doctor does go for reach, I think I'm probably gonna I'm going Black Dragon with this one, of course. That's not out of bias because I also love Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is in my top 5 favorite robots as well. So, and I don't really have a ranked order other than that Minotaur is my favorite. So, but yeah, I think Black Dragon would win this because I know they can they can almost certainly take the hits from Witch Doctor very well in this one because their durability is so well known. Because like I mean, we survived the fight with Ribbot even while being on fire for 2 minutes, and yeah, so uh, I'm going Black Dragon for this one. I think they would barely win the fight with Witch Doctor because Witch Doctor is Witch Doctor. They got a lot of durability of their own and a vicious spinner as well, but it'd be a good fight. So, Pori, what do you got for Witch Doctor and Whiplash if those two are going to rematch?
I mean, this one is probably the hardest one to predict out of all of them because they're both very well capable of doing it. I mean, Witch Doctor has beaten Whiplash before in the past, but I'm gonna probably say on the merit that Witch Doctor is going into this after making it all the way to the finals, and you know they're probably pretty beat up, don't have a lot of spares. I'm gonna probably say Whiplash wins this, but I was kind of going back and forth on it. I don't even know what I told you, to be honest.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, because something else I was going to mention is my one concern, do not take my word for this one if you're viewing this, but I heard from somebody that apparently Witch Doctor was running out of spares. So it's possible Witch Doctor might be on their last legs in this fight. And that's one of my other reasons for why I have Black Dragon over Witch Doctor. But do not take my word for that though, because
After,
I don't know how accurate that is. Because I think I
I mean,
heard it
after eight
hurt.
fights,
I,
you
yeah, even but still though, like who knows? So. But it'd be a good fight either way. Like if either of these two fought Witch Doctor, because I feel we'd get an entertaining showdown either way out of these robots. And yeah, I think you probably get the idea. So okay, so yeah. So if you skip to the end of this video, the green box basically means whom we think would win the entire bounty bracket, including the fight with Witch Doctor. The X means whom we think wouldn't make it past the final. So who wouldn't get to Witch Doctor between the two. But yeah, anything else, Pori?
I'm just looking forward to seeing it.
Can't wait to see Black Dragon go on that huge run towards the Golden Bolt. So Pori said nothing, so I'm guessing he agrees with me on that. So
Okay, no shot.
oh sure, because I mean, come on, Battlebots, give us another Black Dragon and Ribbot rematch. Just watch us beat Ribbot once again. So.
No shot.
Or give us Deadlift. We'll beat them too. Heck, we'll take on Ribbot and Deadlift at the same time. We'll add Pain Train to that too. we'll do a 3-on-1 matchup. Pain Train, Deadlift, and Ribbot all up against Black Dragon, and Black Dragon would kick their ass in a minute. So easy as that. So anything else on this bracket though? I don't think I already asked you that, but
Yeah, you did.
yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to hit like and subscribe button. Comment down below your predictions for this bracket once again, and yeah, breakdown episode will be coming following the release of the episode with all these fights. I suspect another great episode is on the way, along with the one following this, which will be the Golden Bolt tournament. So most likely we will do a predictions podcast on this, along with a breakdown episode. And following the Golden Bolt breakdown episode, we'll do the final tier list podcast, where we'll do a tier list based on the main competition and Battlebots champions. And it should be a fun time. We will not include remars with that because some robots were made some major improvements prior to that one that they're making for next season. But
Yeah.
I think we got some fun stuff coming, and thanks for watching this. I'll hopefully see you for the next podcast.